lions cry. Rubber burns under the smoky sky. Steel beats racing on the line. The thrill of speed makes the cold pour shine. Welcome to Pitlane Pour, where the engines scream and the spirits soar. Grab a drink, feel the thunder roar. This is the place you've been looking for.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to Pitlane Pour. I'm Sean, that's Tim and Michael, and boys, we have an exciting one today. We are getting ready to bring in Mr. Ian McDuff and his son, Caleb McDuff. Caleb is a racer out of the UK, and he is deaf, guys. He is a deaf race car driver. So let's bring him in and let's get this going and let's hang out with him and have a couple beers and just enjoy life.
Let's do it.
Damn,
All
I'm
right.
ready.
And here is Caleb. Caleb, Ian,
Hey guys.
Hey.
how's it going?
All right. You guys all right?
Yeah, we're doing all right. How
Yeah.
you guys doing? How's your day been?
Yeah, good.
Awesome. Dude, I love all the trophies in the back.
I know.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a
Cool.
few. There's many. They go all the way down. There's loads more.
All the way down.
Awesome.
Right. So we here at Pitlane Pour, we like to start out what we're drinking. So would you guys, as the guests, like to start with what you guys are drinking tonight?
Yeah. So we are drinking Guinness.
Guinness.
Do you have Guinness over there or not?
Hey.
We do have
Do you guys
Guinness
have
over
Guinness
here.
in the States?
We do.
Oh, yeah.
I'll pull in first. We was in the States back in November, and we did see the odd couple of places had Guinness, but not many. So we're guessing it's not such a big thing, is it, over there?
Tim, you want to bring in on that one?
So, yes and no. I think it really depends on the location that you're at.
Okay.
It's more of a niche, in certain like places, more like maybe Boston, New York, places like that. But we can still find it, even in our local grocery stores down here in the South. But yeah.
It's
Hey,
probably more
you know
like
what?
yeah, go on.
You brought up something. You talked about being here back in November. I saw you guys were actually in Virginia. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. For like a veterans honoring the veterans, and you guys teamed up with a team here and drove the Ford Mustang, I think it was.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
What would you say?
How was the experience?
It's really good. It's definitely different from UK to America. The America is more welcoming. It seems a lot more friendly, in my opinion. Like, whereas in UK, it's like a bit socializing type of thing. I don't know. It's my first time in America, to be honest. So they seem a lot more interactive. So it was a nice experience up in America, and yeah, the track up there was alright. I liked it. If it wasn't a different car, I bet it'd be quite good as well. But the Mustang was very different because I'm so used to the not Mustang, so used to the McLaren. I'm used to the downforce, mid-engine. It's a lot different to the Mustangs, where it's very popular in America. The Mustangs are, and yeah, I really like the pure V8. The V8 was the best part about the Mustang, to be honest, and it's very tail happy. It was like it wants to go sideways quite a lot, which it was known for. And yeah, it was actually quite fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's
One
awesome,
thing
man.
I'd say, like, so just from my point of view, just looking on, because obviously Caleb was very much in the moment on the race weekend, so he's just concentrating on the car and the racing and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, just being in Virginia, the raceway there, like the show that you guys put on was just amazing. You know, like over here we have race weekends, and it's just sort of like it's just all very formal, and you just like you do your driver's briefing, and then you do like the first race and the second, and it's all very rushed. Whereas like in Virginia, it was they gathered like all the spectators down to the grid to do grid walks, and they had the military put on like these shows, and it was just it was a very different experience, and really really good. Like the pride you guys have got is just unreal. Yeah, it's really good. Just these are not both mine. One is for Caleb, just so you know. Um, so yeah, so with the Guinness, this may be a Welsh thing, right? But we do what we call splitting the G. Have you heard of that? Have you heard of the splitting the G?
Mm-mm.
No.
No. So on the Guinness glass, yeah, I don't know if you can see on the camera, but you've got the G all the way down.
Yeah.
So so the goal is in your first sip, or gulp, as it'll be, you've got to get the line between the G. That's the game. So I'll go first, yeah? See if I can do it.
All right.
So I'm guessing you guys have never heard of it, no?
No.
No.
I'll play first. Kira's really good at this, but
No, I'm not.
I have a lot of experience, but not so good, but I'll give it a go. Too far. Can you see on the
Oh,
camera?
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
Too far. So now it's Kevin. One sec. So I'm going to just draw his G.
I don't alone. No way.
That's good.
Well, should I actually try and get the Guinness?
Yeah, try to split the G,
Yeah.
I think
This is
Guinness
something we
got
got
wise.
to try, boys.
Yeah, I think Guinness got wise to it because
Hey, he
look
did
at
it.
that.
Hey!
Oh, look, the camera. You got take it up to the camera.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love
good
it.
job.
I wouldn't even do it for 25 years, and he just does it straight up. But,
You know, it's them 18-year-olds
Yeah,
when they
but
first, start drinking. Come on.
I think Guinness got wise to it because I'm sure they change the G where the G is every time. So I think it's clever marketing, really. But
Yeah.
anyway, we digress. So yeah, so thanks for
So
having us on. This
just
is,
for our viewers, you guys over in the UK are allowed to start drinking at 18, correct?
yes, we are. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Because over here, it's 21.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
again, in Virginia, we at the raceway, there's a little bar on site, and every time we went there, they're like, "Have you got ID?" I'm like, "Are you joking? Like, really?" And like, we'd buy a drink, and then as soon as you go back, "Have you got ID?" I'm like, "I'm clearly over 21. Like, clearly." I like the compliment; it's great, but yeah. So if you want a little if you want a little what's the word? Like a boost for, I look younger than what I really am, then yeah, go to the States, yeah. They ask for ID every time, yeah.
Oh man. So Caleb, what are you like excited about this year? Like, what are you going to be racing? Like,
I'm very excited. Well, pretty much for whatever happens, to be honest, because anything that happens is an achievement, really. So I'm more excited about the Poor side of it to see how that goes, because it's a very different car. I can't picture McLaren. Still rear end engine, but it's more of a rear engine car. So it's another skill to have in your career wise. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, and inspiring more children as well. So like we're still on the path of school tours. We're still doing that. We're still in progress of that. We only done one, but we still got another 44?
44 schools, yeah.
Yeah, 44 schools.
dang.
Yeah, so I don't know how there's 44 schools in this whole country. I thought there'd only be like 20, but it's a lot more than that. So yeah, so got another 44, and yeah, it's just trying to get more collaborations, like with you guys with the podcast thing. That's our first, and we'd like to do more, and yeah, just more new things we learn and achieve, really. So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward for this year.
Do you know that
Sweet.
the deep irony is that Caleb hated school, and now he's left. He's got to go back.
Oh man. Well, if you hated school, but didn't you have to like do like exams and stuff for your racing as well though?
Yeah, that was the hardest side of it. Is
Okay.
racing, and I started to revise. So well, revise, like catch up with the work. So that was the challenging part. Well, not challenging. It's still something I got to do. But it's the fact that I got to do racing and still do work. So it was a bit of a annoying part, but it's what you got to do really to get your achievements. Really, yeah.
Mhm.
Cool. Tim, what are you drinking?
All right, guys. Still have a little bit of this Samuel Adams spring mix I got going on. This is a breakaway blonde. It's just a very crisp, smooth ale. Yeah.
Do you guys have any Samuel Adams
Nice,
back
nice.
there?
I've not heard of that one. Where's that from?
Yeah.
Is that a US drink or?
It is. It's Boston. Boston, Massachusetts is where it's out of.
Yeah. No, I've not heard of that one.
Well, when you guys come out, we'll have to hook you up with
Yeah.
some beers then.
Especially if you're close.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely, yeah. So you guys, North Carolina, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Tim
Me
are.
and- yeah.
Yeah.
They are.
No,
So I was just actually
we
in
lived
North
there.
Carolina for like the last 3 years, and then I ended up having to move back to Nevada. So I'm on the opposite side of the country now.
Okay, yeah.
And then
How
Michael,
about
what are you
you,
drinking
Sean?
tonight?
I'm drinking a Sierra Nevada Citra little things
Okay.
IPA.
Okay.
They're big places out of Nevada, and then we've got one locally here in Asheville, which is about 45 minutes away from here.
Cool. And I actually just picked up a random new beer for myself. It's called a Farmers Brewing Co. out of California. It's a light beer. I figured I'd try it out and see how it is tonight. I mean, I've never heard of it. Like to try something new. So I mean, why not? And then
I don't know about
do
you guys, but yeah, sorry. If I'm in the supermarket or something, and sometimes you're looking to buy some beer, I just look for like the random name. Like, do you know what I mean? If it's something like just so unusual, then you think like, yeah, it's got to be good. Yeah, it never is, but yeah, it's got to be. But yeah, you just got to try. Yeah, you got to try it.
Now, I don't know if I say this correctly, but my secondary beer is a Weinstefaner. Are you guys familiar with that one, being back in the UK area?
What is it?
I think it's called a Weinstefaner. I think it's out of Germany.
No, don't know that one.
Oh, show it
No.
to them, Sean.
No, don't know that one. No.
I don't know. It's
What's
a
it
pretty
taste
good beer. It's pretty nice, pretty light. But I think it's out of
So
Germany.
with your beer, do you mainly drink US beers or do you
Not me. I mean,
try
like,
anything?
I like to try a little bit of everything. I mean, we got a lot of like different like distilleries and breweries back here. I think it's like a big thing. Like I know back in North Carolina, we had multiple different like breweries like Blowing Rock and Hillman. And we would just go to each one of them and kind of just try their beers because that's what they brewed there. And out here, I haven't really been able to find too many, in my opinion, like I did back in North Carolina. So, but I have been divvying out into like I said, the Weinstefaner. I think there was one called a Worcester or something like that out of Germany. But I'm always up for a new beer and a new try of something from a different country or a different state.
Yeah. Yeah,
What
absolutely.
about you
Yeah.
guys? Do you guys just stick around with just like UK beers or?
Probably try Corona, don't we? Which is where's that from? Spain.
Corona, I think, is you either have Corona. Yeah, I think it's
Yeah, we have
Mexico.
Corona.
Mexican.
Mexico.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You got a bit of lime in it. Yeah, but yeah, Corona. Just whatever, really. Yeah,
But Budweiser is quite nice. I like
Budweiser. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys pretty much like Guinness guys?
I am. So
Well-
Caleb's only just turned 18, so he doesn't know what he likes yet. So he's very easily influenced. Yeah.
Oh
so,
man.
yeah.
He's
so
enjoying life.
exactly. Yeah, he's enjoying life, and he's just told what's good, and he just goes with it. And he's got to figure it out for himself. Yeah. So yeah.
Hey, I mean, that's a good thing.
Now
And I mean,
we've tried
He
some
can
that have
split
been
the G, though.
awful.
say it again.
I said we have tried some beers and they've been awful, but most of what we try we end up liking.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Are
I've
IPAs popular over
No.
there? It's a more hoppy beer, like an Indian Pale Ale.
IPA. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Not one for myself really, but yeah, I think IPA is quite.
Okay.
Oh, what's going on? We're
So
losing
what would be
connection.
like a Welsh staple like beer for you
What's
guys?
going on?
I think you're
You're
on
there.
the other
I
side
got
of
you.
America. Aren't
You guys still there?
Yeah, I got you. I still hear you.
Yeah, we can still see you.
We still got you
there
on
you are.
camera
That's
and
what
on
happened, yeah.
video. There you are. Okay. Yeah, we got you the whole
Yeah.
time. So is there like a specific like Welsh like type beer that you guys just like, well, you love since you're still Caleb's still learning the beers and stuff, or is there like
Do you know what is there are Welsh brands, but I think in Wales Guinness is at the minute the thing really.
Okay.
Especially, have you heard of Baby Guinness? Do you know Baby Guinness? So
No,
Baby Guinness,
explain.
I don't know.
So
So Baby Guinness is a shot, and it's I think is like Tia Maria topped off with Baileys. So when you look at it in a tiny glass, it looks like a Baby Guinness. And
oh,
I think it tastes nothing like Guinness, but I think that as a shot, or if you call it cocktail, I don't know, but I think that's because it's called the Baby Guinness. All of a sudden, Guinness is now really popular now because it's Baby Guinness thing. But yeah, I think at the minute Guinness is pretty big. Yeah, in Wales. And we got the Six Nations on at the minute, which is a big rugby event for the UK and also France and Italy, and that's sponsored by Guinness. So it's a big thing. We're not sponsored by Guinness, by the way. We talk about Guinness all the time, but we're not. I wish we were, but we're not. So yeah, we just like it.
I get you on that. I mean, Michael always drinks every podcast. It seems like he brings out a garage beer, which is a American beer here that I don't know if you know Jason and Travis Kelce from like the NFL. They're co-owners
Okay,
of it.
yeah.
So that's a big one for us, but we're not sponsored by them either. We just enjoy it. Oh man. So what I know Caleb started racing around like 4 in a cart. But what got you, Ian, right off the bat into karting? Because I know in your guys' book, you start off with like you're the one in the carts and Caleb's kind of just sitting there on the side looking through the fence.
Yeah, so I used to do a bit of karting. I never competed ever. I was too fat and heavy for that. I would never be quick. But I used to do it for fun. Me and a mate of mine, Craig, we used to go to the local track just up the road from here, and we used to do it for absolute fun. And yeah, it was just a Saturday. We go on Saturday, spend the day there, blast around the karts. And then just down the road from the kart track was a little pub, and then we go to have a beer afterwards. And it was just a big social thing. And then Caleb would come along as a youngster, and he'd only be sort of 3, 4 at the time, and sort of watch on from the sidelines, over the tires, watching us. And then we eventually bought him a kart for Christmas, and he got out there, and that's how it all started. So it all started from there, really, from the local kart track is how it all began.
Sweet.
Sometimes I wish I introduced him to darts or snooker because it'd be cheaper. But I'd probably be quite a comfortable life now if I'd done that. Or swimming, maybe. I don't know, but motorsport was the wrong choice, definitely.
No, he's so
Yeah.
good at it. I mean, look at all the
Yeah.
trophies.
Look at that.
Yeah, but if I weigh all those in, I'm going to get nothing back. Do you know what I mean? It's
Oh,
that's money
man.
gone.
Yeah, but the excitement in his face.
Yeah.
Look at his smile right now. He's so
Right.
excited and happy.
All those memories. All those memories.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It's I wouldn't change it for the world. I never would. Like, the stuff we've done, the place we've been, the people we've met. Yeah, I wouldn't change it for the world. Absolutely not. Definitely not.
Gotcha. So yeah, like man, when I found out and we connected on LinkedIn when Caleb and I did, and with Dave and everything, man, I immediately was like super excited about it because I was like, whoa, there's a deaf race car driver. Like I came from working at the school for the deaf in Morganton, North Carolina, and coaching like the deaf
Okay.
wrestling and everything, and I was so like, what? Like this would be a like really cool thing for like them to hear about because most of them just always like kind of felt like they were never going to go places. And so when I heard about Caleb and about his story, I really wanted to dive in and read your guys' book and like dive more into him. And it got me excited to where like I wanted like those kids to know that there is this possibility, because I honestly didn't know that there's a deaf racer could be out there because of all the hearing stuff and the cockpits and trying to listen. And so I thought that was really
Yeah.
cool. So I think my question, Caleb, is like, because it was quiet in the cart for you for so many years, like, is that made you, do you think, a better race car driver than most like hearing people, or how do you feel about that?
It's quite hard to answer because ever since I started motorsport, it's where I took my cochlears off, which is my implant, and that's obviously raised in silence throughout since until I was 13. So from 4 to 13, 9 years. So that was raised in silence for 9 years, and then it got to a point where we needed communication. So that's where we had to invent a way with Bluetooth wise, with a mini mic. Me and Dad thought of the idea and connected it by mini mic, and then on that mini mic, it's AUX wire, the audio wires,
Okay, yeah.
and that's all the way wired to the comm spots. So that's what caused the communication to work, and that's
Okay.
where I can hear the car as well, hear the racetrack. So yeah, it's pros and cons to it, because silent racing is more of a feedback of the feeling of the vibrations and less noise of disturbance. So that's my pros. And then the cons is like I'm not aware of my surroundings, of the noise and all stuff like that. But then when we move to the hearing side of it, I can hear the cars around me. I can hear the feedback from the engine, the gearbox. I can know when the red line is ready to upshift. When the rev is feeling dull, I need to downshift. It's so much advantage and disadvantage from both sides, really. So it's quite hard for me to choose what I would rather. So it's a good question there. But yeah.
Have you seen a lot of like difference in the performance now that you have that communication? Is it like a big jump, or is it, how would you rate that now that you can communicate a little bit better and clearer and then you can hear the engine a little bit better?
Again, it's quite hard for me to answer that because go-kart wise is all automatic, one
Okay.
big sprocket. So communication didn't really matter in
Right.
go-kart side of it. But if it was silence in car racing, manual wise, I'd say the performance wise be a lot better because if I can hear and communicate while racing, that's done side of it. Because just imagine you're deaf, the people from the pit cannot talk to you. They're gonna have to get a pit board out, and on that pit board it'd be get into pit, tire change, anything that needs to be done from their point of view. So yeah, performance side of it, I'd say being hearing is better than silence wise. Because if you was deaf, well, I am deaf, but if you was not to hear and communicate, that'd be a big disadvantage in my opinion. Especially no communication, you cannot tell the pit crew, misbalance, down on power. You can't tell that. Well, you can talk, but you just don't know what they're asking for in a return.
Gotcha.
So it's a lot of things in communication wise. You'd be surprised what there is to communication in racing.
Okay.
I
And
just want
now,
to say that
as
I wear
as
hearing aids in
go ahead.
both ears. I found out that I was hearing impaired when I was 3, I believe. So I mean, you talking about the vibrations and all that when you didn't have your implants and everything. I could totally relate to that, to a degree. But when I first found out, that there was a deaf race car driver, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool," or whatever. So, um, good for you that you're on the track with what you're doing. I wish you the best of luck from here on out. I am curious. When did you first get your first set of implants? How old were you?
I think it's 4, right?
Yeah, I think
I started off with hearing aids. I don't know if you're familiar with that, hearing aids, where it's direct from your eardrum, and
Yeah.
then you got a speaker on top of your ear that's held by your ear.
Yeah.
Then cochlear implants is where you got uh magnetic
yeah.
something where
So cochlear implants is more. There's a chip inside the skull. So there's electrodes that go pretty much not into the brain, but to the nerves that go to the brain. So a hearing aid is more external and uses what's left of the natural hearing. It's just amplifies sound to make it louder, and is a bit of a what's the word? Not like a just makes the most of what's already there. Whereas a cochlear implant is more internal surgery, so they have to she cut the skin open behind the ear and then carve through the skull and do it. So it's a lot more intrusive. It gives a better result generally, but yeah, it's a lot more to it.
So you were 4 when you first had your first set?
Yeah, 4, yeah.
Okay.
yeah, about what, yeah.
I am curious. I don't know as much about that as I do the hearing aids, obviously. But do you have to get a new set every so often, or does it just keep going?
Yeah, because I first had a Nucleus 5, and then I think it's after every 5 years. I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, so
My mum keeps on top of it, to be honest. I just let her crack on with it. But yeah, I think it's 5 years, I believe. And then every 5 years I get upgrade to a better one.
Mm-hmm.
And it in my opinion is a better one because it went from a cochlear where you can only connect it with another device to your phone, iPad, etc. And was connected by Bluetooth. Whereas now, with my current one, I can literally connect it straight to my phone. So phone call wise, that's straight to my cochlear implant. No one else can hear it. And like watching videos, that's straight to my cochlea. It's way advanced. It's going to get more advanced than that over the years. I can imagine how much more advanced it's going to get. Like, it's like I'm turning into AI, to be honest, but I'm not. I'm an actual person.
There's a funny
I was gonna
story
say that
actually where
that's kind of how
me and
my. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
yeah, sorry, Caleb's mum and I got called into school once because I don't know if Caleb can remember this, but so because he's got the cochlears, he can connect his phone and all this, and nobody knows. And then he's in the classroom, and they're teaching, I don't know if it's history or English, where they teach it. Caleb's head is bobbing like this, and the teacher's like, "Why is his head bobbing?" Because somebody's got music on their
Yeah.
phone. So he's not listening to the class at all. He's just sat there smiling, just bobbing, head bobbing like that. And he got called out. That's what he was doing, listening to music. Yeah, he's got there's a lot of stories about his cochlear implants and how he takes advantage, such as when he's being told off as a child. I'm sure Caleb can tell you this.
There you go.
So what he would do is, if he was getting told off, he'd pull the processors off and throw them on the floor, and then he would cover the bit where the magnet sticks, so you can't put them back on, and then shut his eyes tight. What can you do? You can't turn them off.
Right.
You figured out it pretty quick, really quick.
Yeah, that's
Just
smart,
talking
man.
about the advances in the implants and everything. The current hearing aids I have now, they're to where like it goes straight to my phone, straight to watching videos. Like nobody, like at my job and everything, I'll be talking on the phone to a client, and somebody will come in my office. They don't even realize I'm talking on the phone, and I have to kind of be like, "Oh, hold on a second," kind of thing. But I was just very curious about the implants. And I really think it's a very neat thing, and it's come a very long way.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, technology is it's getting better all the time, and then always will. Yeah, yeah. In fact, I think I read an article the other day that there's a few people who've got the implants now where everything's internal, so there's no external part at all, and that's
Oh,
it's incredible. Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
So visually to look at, there's no difference. It's yeah, technology. Yes, it's always going to improve.
I was gonna say, you in your book, in your guys' books, you explained that when you first found out that he was deaf, you were thinking about all the wires and everything from when you were in school. And I was talking to my wife about, I was like, they add that
Yeah,
kind of stuff? And
yeah,
she's like, yeah. She's like, they used to have a little box they used to carry with wires
Mhm.
and things, and technology's just come
yeah,
such
yeah.
a big like turnaround.
I used to
Yeah,
went to school
absolutely. Yeah.
with a
So,
kid
so
that had
when
that.
yes, so I went to school. So you wouldn't believe it, right? But I went to school in 1984. I started school. I know you wouldn't believe it, but we had in our primary school we had a hearing impaired unit, and they had deaf children there, and they were in a class. There was kids there from age of 4 till 11 or 12, just in one class and isolated. They were just that's them guys. They do their thing, and everyone else do your thing. And I remember when we were first told Caleb was deaf, and they were sort of like, this hearing aids, cochlear implants, and they told me about cochlear implants. So my memory was, yeah, I can remember kids with cochlear implants, and they had a thing on the back of their head and a wire that went down to this big box on their belt. And I thought, I can't do that. There's just no way I can. It was too much. Do you know what I mean? It was, I don't know how to word it right, but it was just, it was too obvious. Do you know what I mean? It's not something to hide. I'm not saying that, but it just, I like I say, I don't know how to word it right. But I thought we can't do that. And then we was with the audiologist, and she was like, what are you on about? Like, you're living like 20 years in the past. Like, and she pulled out her purse, this little tiny device, and she's like, that's a cochlear implant. And straight away I look at it, I'm like, yeah, all right, we'll do that. Yeah, but it's just,
Yeah.
like I say, I went to school in the 80s, and technology's moved on massively. And not just technology, but also the way the kids are treated now. They're, yeah, like I say, back then, it was literally they were in a class age 4 to 11, and they didn't integrate with nobody else. It was like a separate school within a school. And when I first was told that Caleb was deaf, I thought, I can't, he can't live our life. It can't happen. Thankfully, that's not the case anymore. Yeah, so it brought me right back at the date when we found out. Yeah, I was sort of, yeah, this you live in the past, man. This is how it is now, and yeah, absolutely.
Now, do you know some sign language, Caleb?
He knows all the swear words.
Me too. It's fine. I get you.
But no, the thing is, from primary school, I used to be around a lot of deaf children. I was mainly friends with them, but then I was mainly mainstream, so I started growing up with more of a hearing people.
Okay.
So I kind of grew up with more of good around hearing people, so it was all speech wise, talking wise. So my sign language just started just dying away, but now I need to start bringing it back up because it's going to get important soon. Because especially with me and more deaf children, deaf people, like adult wise, it'd be good to talk back to them with sign language. Is that I just don't want to end up getting to the point where I gotta get interpreter to talk to him. I gotta talk back. It's more of a respect, in my opinion. Like if I am deaf, I should know how to use sign language. So
I agree.
yeah,
I
I need
mean,
to bring that back up. I think I know the basics, like
Mhm.
ABCD or stuff like that, the alphabet. But that's not enough. So I should try and get to the level 2 wise. I think I got it, but yeah, just a bit of a memory wise.
I think it's the
I
same with
agree with you. I
anything.
mean,
If you don't use it, every day, do you know what I mean? You just.
you
So I'd
lose it.
imagine you can. Yeah. So I imagine if somebody signs you, you'd know exactly what they're saying.
Yeah.
But you'd have to think for
Yeah.
a while how to reply.
Yeah,
'cause-
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get it. I mean, I've got some deaf coworkers I worked with when I was at the school for the deaf. And I think something that like struck like big home with me was that like I want a deaf campus, like it's all deaf kids, like deaf adults. And for me it was like I had to learn it. And I mean my wife was an interpreter, so and she taught it too, so I kind of picked it up there. But it opened up so much more to like talk to those other kids and like get to know them, and they're not think that they're like different. They're the same. They're just kids having fun and they just can't hear you and they're just signing with their hands. That's how they talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, have you met like a lot of kids that are interested in racing that say have cochlear implants or that are deaf, Caleb?
But what do you mean by that? Like, as in like inspiring more, or like what kids
Yeah, well,
that
like
came up to
inspiring
me,
wise,
or
but also,
I don't what?
yeah, like inspiring, but are there some other kids out there that are wanting to race that have cochlear implants and come to you guys and ask you about it?
I think that's a lot to the parent wise, where the parents asked us for advice, asking us what's the best thing to do, stuff like that. Especially with that book,
Like the sound barrier.
Look at the sound barrier. We inspired a lot of parents, a lot of children. So since that, a lot of parents has came up to us and asked us more about, because there's some of them didn't cover their questions. So yeah, we did invite some kid over last year. His name is Alu, and we brought him over for his birthday, and showed him pretty much the background of racing. Really, I showed him what it's like to be a racing driver, but not as a racing driver wise, like just showing them the background where you don't really get as a visitor. So yeah, we done a cool video. I don't know if you guys saw it,
Yeah.
where we talked to each other through the comms, and that went well, didn't it?
Yeah.
Got to
It was a world first, we believe
Yeah.
anyway. Where a cochlear implant user spoke over team comms to another cochlear implant user.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you guys have seen it, but Caleb's out on the track at the time and in McLaren. It's a really cool video. Yeah, it's I think it sort of kind of answers your question, is that I think every single child you speak to wants to be a racing driver. Who doesn't want to be a racing driver? I would love to be a racing driver. I mean, everybody
Same.
wants to be a racing driver. So yeah. So I think whenever Caleb meets a deaf child, they all want to be racing drivers. And it's like you said, it's not just about the child, it's about the parents as well. And we're in quite a good position now where we get a lot of people get in touch with Caleb and they want to speak to the child and stuff like that. But we also get a lot as well where there may be a parent who's just learned their child is deaf and they want to hear my side of it as well, which is nice.
Mhm.
And it's good to still be in touch a little bit, because when Caleb was very young, it's sort of like everybody did interview me, when he was very young, and now he's older. It's like, no, you can stand in the background now. Jump out of the way. Yeah, Caleb's a star. It's like, all right, okay. But yeah, but no, it's nice to be in a position for both of us where we can inspire the children, but also reassure the parents as well. It's quite a unique position to be in, and it's really nice. It is good, and yeah. So yeah, I think we enjoy that. It's really good. I'm gonna open another beer, man. I don't want to I'm drinking
Oh,
too
buddy,
much.
you're good. Do
Hey,
it.
you're good. You're good. Yeah.
Think of us being at a pub right now and just
That's
popping
right.
some beers back and left and right, man.
Yeah, we just got to be sponsor aware. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Lucky enough, we got no sponsors, so it doesn't matter.
Hey, you keep
Oh,
drinking
man.
those, you might get Guinness as a sponsor.
Hey, yeah.
No, hey, I really appreciate you like sharing the parent side of everything, because all three of us are dads as well, and we all have small kids. So, that's a perspective I think that a lot of people also don't think about when they hear your story, Caleb, is like, what your mom and dad um were mentally trying to prepare for, and think of ways that they could help you and, give you the best life that they could, um, even with you not being able to hear. And it sounds like, you guys definitely have given him a very awesome life and overcame so many boundaries. I mean, especially with this helmet. Is that the helmet right there?
Yeah, this is the latest one. Yeah, it's the newest one.
Is that all the technology and how you did it? Like who kind of came up with that idea and like the design?
but well, you did really did.
Yeah, so
Where's the old one?
in fact, I don't
Oh.
know them. So the technology we used. So the media gives me a little bit too much credit for, I'm this amazing engineer who brought this thing out. Is we used existing technology and we just adapted things to make it work. So basically, what we've got, I don't know how good this camera is. So we've got, so this, you see the box there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that is like an existing piece there that teachers use in schools, to talk to kids and that. So they would usually hang it on around their neck or on their collarbone. We've just basically
Yeah, I know what you're
adapted
talking about.
that. Yeah, and we've made a wiring harness for it to work, and then we connect then to the car, same thing as the driver. So
Yeah.
what we've essentially done is any other driver would have an earpiece in there, so they can hear. We've sort of, in a crude way, we've just cut the wire in and twisted it all together and made it work. yeah, and sort of that's what we've done really. We've just sort of there's nothing complicated about it. We've just looked at a way of here's the problem, what's the best way to sort this out, and that's what we've done. We are looking to improve it. There's stuff that we're working on with like heads-up display technology. So Caleb is lucky in that he has got some hearing, and with the cochlear implants he can hear. But you imagine a driver has got cochlear implants, they're completely deaf, possibly non-verbal. They've got nothing. You know, they got no. In a sprint race they're okay, but endurance racing they need comms. It has to happen. So we're working with companies at the minute to develop a system. We're using heads-up display technology so that the race engineer can speak. AI then will change it to text, which will come up on the visor. Then AI will also preempt the response that they need, and they'll give a list of replies. They're going to use the thumb wheel on the steering wheel. Yeah, this is the reply I want. Send it back, and that gets converted back to a voice, back to the race engineer. So that's what we're sort of working on at the minute. We're working with companies like so we work with BAE Systems. They make jet fighters and stuff.
Mhm.
So that they're the top end of this kind of technology, and that's what we're working on. So yeah, it's still very early days on that side of it, but certainly the audio side of it, we're pretty much there, and that's pretty much nailed.
Cool. Sweet. So, when you decided to write the book, like how did you pull it all together and get it all together for it? And talk about the book a little bit too, because I mean, for me, I'm gonna tell you right now, my experience from reading it, I'm grateful that I watched your guys' videos online first, because I swear I heard your voice the whole time when you were in there. And like I kind of felt like I was there with you guys and like some of the trips that you guys took. And it was just like I was grateful, like especially I'm gonna bring this up in a little while, but you could talk about it now if you want to. But like when you had to jump in that McLaren with Caleb, like when I
Oh
got to
yeah,
that point in the book, I've already seen the video and I was like, oh my God, like I could hear your voice the whole time while reading it.
yeah,
And that like was exciting.
yeah, yeah. So the book is a bit of an emotional story, really. So I'm not a writer. I'm not, I'm not an academic kind of person. I'm more nuts and bolts. But so basically, I think it was around about May, June last year, we found out that Caleb's granddad was terminally ill. And Caleb's granddad used to come to all the races with us, karting races, even some of the car races he'd come to, but he was always there. Do you know what I mean? He loved it. And then when Dave learned that he was ill, he asked Leanne, which is Caleb's mum, do you think Ian would put my name on Caleb's crash helmet? Vava is what Caleb used to call it. Just so that I'm always with him, during the races. So Leanne messaged me, do you think you do that? I was like, yeah, I can do that. And then so we did it. We put Vava on the crash helmet, and sort of made me think about the experience that we've had, and sort of somebody that you think is always going to be there forever, and all of a sudden then you realize they're not, kind of makes you think about your own mortality. And I've gone a bit too deep here, but
You're good.
but I wanted to write things down and put the things on paper, because I thought, I don't know, I could be here next week, I could be here next year. Who knows? None of us know. We don't know. But I wanted the memories put down, so I started writing little notes. This is what happened this weekend, and this is what happened. And then, as I'm writing, then it sort of become sentences, and then sentences become paragraphs, and paragraphs become chapters, and it started sort of developing from there. And then my mum was a teacher, and my sister's husband was a publisher. So I thought, no, I'll send it to them. Just get your opinion on. And I sent it to my mum first, and so she read it, and she went, "Oh, I didn't realize you were writing a book." And I'm like, "I'm not." And she's like, "Well, you are. Like, this is the beginning of the book." And I was like, "Really?" So then I started going from there, and I really, really enjoyed it. It just gave me like my own release and just writing stuff down and things like that. And then, so I started like sending then chapters to Leanne to send to give to Dave from Dave to read, and he really enjoyed reading it. And my goal was I kind of rushed the book really, but my goal was I wanted Dave to read the book. And it was literally 2 or 3 days before the book was finished, he passed away, so he never got to see the finished
Oh
book.
man.
But
Man.
he did see a lot of it, and I knew it would have brought a smile to his face because, as you guys know, you've read it. It's not just doom and gloom and all that. There's the comedy bits with Dave, there's the funny bits with Dave, what Dave did, and some of the videos we put on social media lately, where Caleb's splashing Dave with water and stuff there, and it was some really good memories, and that's what started that book off. Really was just getting memories down because none of us know. We don't know how long we were for, and it was. Well, I loved it. I absolutely love writing that book. I really, really enjoyed it. Like I say, I'm in school. If the teacher said write an essay, not a chance. I'm not writing an essay. I'd rather do detention. But I really, really enjoyed it, writing the book. Yeah, it was good. Yeah, yeah. And but even now, there's things I remember, and I'm like, "Oh, I can't believe I didn't write that in there. Like I just remember that now. So I'm working on a second one now. There's going to be a second one, which will be a lot bigger, but it's going to be a little while yet. A couple of years yet. Hopefully, we'll
Okay.
get this year or next year in that same book. So, yeah.
Sweet. Well, I can't wait. You tell me when it drops, and I will definitely buy it again. I would love to. I mean, honestly, like it was so cool to read it, and like after, like I said, watching the videos and everything, it just made me feel like I was there with you guys the whole time. And I mean that was just cool. And
Yeah.
so, congrats on writing the book because I mean, I would have never known you weren't an author.
That's next on my list is to
Yeah.
buy the book
Yeah,
so I can
same.
read it.
Same.
Oh
Hey
man.
Caleb, what's been your favorite series or car or whatever to drive so far?
But what's been my favorite car to drive? Did you say?
Yes.
I gotta be honest. It's the McLaren.
The McLaren.
Ah,
Sorry,
Okay.
disappoint you, McLaren, Mustang guys, but it's the McLaren for me. I know how much you love your Mustangs, but McLaren, like, downforce wise, the power wise, it's a race car. It's a race car, like, and it's it's the most advanced car I've driven, to be honest. Like, I haven't driven any car more advanced. So to me, that's a special car mostly driven. And power wise, downforce wise, it's so advanced in technology. Yeah.
Now the McLaren is a mid-engine car, correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. V8, 4.3 liter.
V8 twin turbo. Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Do you think?
Sorry, Tim. I'm gonna cut you
Okay,
off for a
you're
quick
good.
sec. Ian, how was it fully being in that car with your son? And your son, what did you have a driver's license at that point or no?
No, he didn't know. He just turned 17 when he took me out. Just turned 17. So basically, we were out in Portugal pre-season testing. So he'd driven the BMW the year before. He drove 2 BMWs. A 1 Series is a starter car. So bear in mind that the year before that, I don't know if you guys know the Citroen Saxo. You probably don't have it in the States. Little tiny
What-
hatchback thing,
yeah.
back in the 2000s. And then, so 2024, he was in the BMW 1 Series. He did really, really well in that. So at the end of the year, they promoted him to M240i for the last race of the season. He won in that. And then we were lucky to move up then to the McLaren like 2 years ahead of schedule for 2025. And so we went to Portugal preseason testing. That was in February, I think, 2025. So Caleb had turned 17 in January 2025. So literally, he'd had a couple of provisional lessons on the road. So we were in Portugal for preseason testing. They sent him out in the car with a driver coach. Yeah, all good, all good. So they sent him out on his own. And it was towards the end of the day, and one of the other drivers from Team Brit came up and said, you need to sign on. You know, you go out on the track. I'm like, really? He's like, yeah, you're going to have a passenger ride. So I naturally assume is with one of the more experienced McLaren drivers, because we had 2 McLarens out that weekend. So there was Caleb and Noah in the rookie McLaren, and then there was Paul and Aaron in the senior McLaren. So I am assuming I'm going out in the senior, and I said, "Oh, who's taking me out? You or Aaron?" And he said, "No, Caleb." I can't say my words I said because I don't know if this is going to have like 3 watersheds, so I can't swear. But you can imagine what I said. That's no chance. I'm not going out with Caleb. And they're like, "Come on, you got to do it. You got to do it." I'm like, and then Paul basically said, like, "You'll never get this opportunity again. Like, you know, we're in Portugal. We got the track ourselves. You won't get this opportunity again." So I went down, signed on, got my crash helmet, and jumped in the car with him, and I won't do it again. Not a chance. No.
Caleb, what
So
was going through your mind?
I was just gonna say the same.
Yeah.
Sorry, Sega?
What was going through your mind when you're like, I'm about to take my dad out on this track?
It's one of the opportunities I really wanted to do anyway
Right.
during that time and before. So it's something I've always wanted to do, and thankfully that's ticked off the list, to be honest. So
I don't think you knew straight away though. When I got in the car, you didn't know I was there.
oh no, yeah, I didn't know straight away that Dad's going to be in the car.
Oh,
I
okay.
thought it was going to be some sponsor from the team, like going in the car. I didn't know anything about it. But then when I saw a Red Wheels top, which is literally what he's wearing now, in Portugal, I just knew straight away it's Dad. So
I can remember him sort of like looking, glancing, and then double taking, like, "Oh, Al, what are you doing here?" Sort of thing. Yeah.
So when you hit that white line coming out of the pit, did you just have to hit that gas to scare your dad, or what?
well, I had to show him who I am
That's
really.
right.
I didn't want to be, oh, it's my dad. I got back off. I actually do what I normally do in a racetrack. So yeah.
How'd that make you feel there, Ian?
Do you know what? Right, we went around the first couple of corners, and my instant thought was, I've made a massive mistake here. Not by getting in the car with him on that time, but I thought racing is like, this is dangerous. This is like, do you know what? I really felt like if this goes wrong, I'm getting hurt here. More importantly, so is he. And for me, it was like, I can't believe I've encouraged him and helped him do this, and this is bad. This is really, really bad because of how aggressive that car felt. And I really thought, like, for the first lap, I was thinking, like, when we go, I got to find a way of telling him that he can't do this no more. This is like, we can't do this. We can't do it. And then, so we came around, we did the first lap, and I thought, like, I got to think of a way now, telling him, like, Kelly, we got to go home now. Like, this is over. And he carried on going. He went past the pit entrance, just flat out. And then I remember him braking then for the first corner, turn 1, and like the pressure on my shoulders was unreal. And then he did this first corner again, exactly the same as what he did the last time. He did the next corner. Everything was exactly the same, exact same. Then we were on for the third lap, and everything was exactly the same. And then I realized, I thought, like, he's on the edge, but he knows what he's doing. This kid really, really knows. Everything was so consistent. Everything was perfect. And I thought, actually, yeah, it is a dangerous sport. Things can happen, but there's more chances of something happening on the way to the track than when there is at the track, if that makes sense. you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
yeah, and once I realized how in control he was, then I relaxed a bit more then and sort of, yeah, and I thought, yeah, he'll be all right. He'll be okay.
Dang. So, well, speaking of like that, like looking at it that way from your perspective, being in the car with him and knowing that that is what he's supposed to do, I kind of went back and I watched some of the karting. And first off, I had to Google what a Mr. Whippy with double flakes was because I did not know what the heck that was. So I had to Google it. But when
I know
I
the
watched
exact
that
video you're
point,
talking about.
yeah. So when I watched that and watched him take that turn, like I was just blown away with like Caleb's like thought process and like going through it and being like no hearing at all. And I was like, dang. I was like, this kid, even at that young age, knows exactly how he wants to race and how he's going to get past that kid that just passed him. And it just like, dang, man. So I can't even imagine being in a car with him going around lap after lap.
Yeah,
Hey,
absolutely. Yeah.
Caleb, do you have like a specific routine or something that you do before a race?
Pint of Guinness.
Just eases the nerves, huh? Yeah.
While like on a race weekend wise or week wise?
Yeah.
On
No,
race
just
weekend.
like
Race
a
weekend.
race weekend.
It's just mainly it's a lot of going back to your race laps you done on the practice. It's mainly that stuff. So it's one of the driver coach that was in the team. He's very much willing to go back for the laps and all, try and get me to my maximum. And fair play to him, he improved my racing. Ever since I was with that team, he went from me to learning the car to the point where I'm like ready to race any single car. So yeah, so what I do the most before the race day is go through my lap times and get his point of view of it, try and get his braking reference, because he's a advanced driver, he is. Braking reference, throttle reference, and with what he's telling me, it's not full rubbish. Like, it actually turned me to the point where I'm losing a couple of tenths off the lap. So yeah, it's mostly lap times, looking for the video on a GoPro, and then most of them is just me getting prepared. I get in a quiet way. Like I stay relaxed to the point where it's race day, because I don't want to be all burning my energy, to be honest. I just want to keep calm and yeah, a couple of pints of Guinness, to be honest. Yeah.
Hey, do you ever do any training on the simulator? Any like sim racing?
Yeah, I do a lot of that. I do, if you're familiar with Assetto Corsa.
I'm not. No.
Wow.
No, Assetto Corsa is it's quite an old game, but it's very good for mod wise.
Okay.
There's like boosted UK where like you can drive like an RS3 for the town, but that's not what I mainly do. It's mainly like tracks where you can like download the mods of Porsche GT3 RS. That mod, you can download that file straight to that track
Okay.
onto your PC. I do it. I do a lot of like modded racing side of it, because like with Assetto Corsa, they don't update the games to the point where it's that new car in that game. So like there's like McLaren Senna, say for example, that's like a 2020 car. But because that game is from 2014, you can download the mods for that game. So like
Okay.
it's good for that, because it's quite a low graphic game, low storage game. But then mod wise, you're gonna need more storage to get a better download.
Right.
Stuff like that. So I do a lot of it. Assetto Corsa, and there's Assetto Corsa competition.
Okay.
Okay.
And then just for fun, you know Forza Horizon? Surely you know Forza Horizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I play that just for fun. I don't take that too serious lap wise, because it's not as accurate. But a set quarter is where, like, most people use iRacing for better IRL type of racing, in real life type of racing. But I find the set quarters just are similar, to be honest. Just
Okay.
iRacing is more newer, but
Okay.
I much prefer a set quarter.
Nice.
So, futuristically wise, where would you like to be? I mean, do you want to be like in Formula One, Formula E? Like, do you want to go hit the like 24-hour Le Mans? Like, what's your goals?
The team I was in wanted to do Le Mans, but my goal is quite opposite to that. It was mainly Formula One, but in serious side of it, budget wise, is GT3, BTCC, British Touring, and yeah, I would like to do some American races like Mustang GT. There'll be some good ones as well, because after seeing that time when I was in Virginia, there was a lot of Mustang GTs and they look quite good. So I'm guessing they're like 2020 Mustangs, the
Okay.
newer shapes, and I think it's like sequential bots and all. It's like it's quite advanced.
It
So
is, yeah.
they look really good on it. They were like planted to the track. So yeah, I would like to try that, and like in the side quest type of thing, but mainly GT3 wise. Yeah, so British touring as well. Yeah, it's just it's a lot of goals to work on with.
Well, man, I'm just gonna say it. Every time you've said that you want to do something, it's happened. I mean, you said you wanted to be in Super One. You did it. Like a year later, you said you were going to be in that McLaren way before you were supposed to, and you were. So, I mean, I just feel like it's going to go your way at this point, man. I do. You set a goal, you make it happen.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. Means a lot. It does go a long way to me. It gives me inspiration. Yeah.
Dude, you're
Thank you.
inspiring us, man. I'll tell you what.
Absolutely.
It's
Yeah,
an
thank
awesome
you.
story.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So, would you drive that Saxo again?
It's like no.
I would drive again. Yeah. Even Dad's got a road version.
Okay.
Still got road version to keep the value because they're going up in price. And yeah, even though it's like three years out of MOT, it's pointless if value. So I think you should keep it with the MOTs because it's going down a bit. But yeah, it still got road version which I could drive if I want to. But yeah, racing wise, the one I was racing is VTR. So it's like the one below VTS. So they do VTS, which is 16 valve engine. I would like to try that out. See what like from comparison wise, yeah.
And so, Dad, what got you to get that Saxo after it was wrecked to get it ready for Caleb?
It was just the natural progression really from karting. So the big thing for me was, I don't know if you've seen the video when he had the big accident, and he rolled the cart. And for me, it was like, we got to go karting. This is dangerous. We got to get something slightly less dangerous in a roll cage. So we looked at Saxos, and there's a really good British championship called the Junior Saloon Car Championship, which is run by which are now good friends of mine, Dave Beecroft and Vicky Metcalf, and they run it together. And it's a really, really good championship for youngsters, sort of 14 to 17. And it was just the sort of natural way to go to get involved in cars. And then I ended up working for Dave and Vicky in one of the race teams, and then Caleb rode for the race team as well, which was nice. It's sort of, I was always a mechanic from karting. I'm a mechanic by trade, but racing mechanics and servicing mechanics is a whole different world. So I needed to be stepped up gradually, and so it was Caleb sort of dragged me along with him, in his sort of progression through his career, which was nice. But but yeah, the Saxos was it was just a really good way to go. The only downside was I remember we went so we were going to build our own race car. That was the plan. So I went down locally to buy a Saxo BTR to strip it and convert it. And I went there, and this car was just absolutely mint. And I could tell the guy was really, really passionate about this car. And I said, he said, "Oh, you know what? Why are you going to do it?" I said, "We're making a race car of this. There's going to be a race car." And he said, "Oh, please don't do it." So I bought it, and then that's in our car park. We haven't touched it. It was too nice. So then we went out and bought another one, and that one was too nice as well. And it was like, so we put that one to the side, and then eventually we thought, like, well, we gotta destroy one of them. So we ended up with a yard full of Saxos. And yeah, then we started. We turned one into a race car. Then Caleb got his hands on it, and then before you knew it, we needed doors and bonnets, and then all the good ones started to get stripped in the race car. So we got one good one left. But yeah, he's not very what's the word? He's not very sympathetic with his driving, should we say? He's likes to have a little battle, and so we needed quite a few panels and bits and bobs. Yeah, so we got a lot of shells, but we got one good road car left. Yeah, which it's my full intention that one's staying pure. Yeah, it's a good one.
Like good toilet.
So I'm curious, how many sponsors do y'all currently have, and what's your top 3 sponsors?
So at the minute, right now, we got 0 sponsors, none. Not one.
Oh, 0
Sorry.
sponsors. Cool.
Caleb needs to go to the toilet a minute.
I had too much Guinness, sorry.
That's fine. That's fine.
Have you guys have you had the term over there, breaking the seal? Do you know that?
Yeah.
That saying, breaking the seal.
Mm-hmm.
He broke the seal. Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, that reminds me when you were talking about him aggressively racing. Like around here, we always say, if you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. So that's what that reminded me of.
Yeah. But the thing is, you can't say that in front of the stewards as he does, and he'll openly say it. So, I mean, I remember we got called before the stewards when he's in juniors, and he got called in for firing somebody else off, another kid off in the Saxo. And they were questioning about it, and he just basically, well, I thought in my head, if he hits me one more time, I'm going to fire him off. So I did. And I'm just like, why would you say that to a steward? Like, why would you do that? He's just, he's so, just so open with what he says. And so he's on his own.
Oh man.
Does go ahead, Sean. Sorry.
So speaking, since we got you here, how did you become like opening up your own shop? Because like you own, what is it, Fast Car? Is that how you pronounce it?
Fast Car, yeah. So
how did that all come about?
I left school. Do you know what? This is a story that frustrates me, and so basically, when I was in school, right? This is pretty irrelevant to this whole story, but I always want to be a pilot. That's what I want to do. I want to be a pilot. That was my dream, to be a pilot. And then I remember, you got the careers advisor. I don't know if you have it over there, but when you're about 15, you go in to see this guy, and he says, "What do you want to do for a living?" And you tell him, and you do this as well. So I went in and I said, "I want to be a pilot." And he laughed at me and he went, "Get real, son. You're not from the right family." That's what he said to me. And he said, what do you really want to do? And I was like, and my whole dreams were shattered. And I'm like, I'll be a mechanic. That's the first thing come out of mind. And then next thing you know, he set me up with a job in the local dealership. And so I got involved in mechanics then. And I did that for a few years. And then I left that and I was in the police for a while. So I did that. Yeah. And then I was in the police and then decided to set up my own business. And then that's how I ended up with Fast Car. Yeah. And I wish I stayed in the police.
Really?
I don't know. No, well,
I mean,
sometimes it was easier. Definitely easier.
I mean, I kind of like I've dived into your company a little bit, and I see that you do a lot of stuff with like EVs. Like, is that something you guys are like
Yeah,
very
yeah,
interested
yeah.
in? Like, do you think you can see Caleb going
I
to that?
think
Like,
we do EVs just because that's the trend at the minute. I personally don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think in 5 to 10 years it'll fade off. It'll be something else. But for now, it's just a stopgap, and we'll do EVs while it's fashionable. But it's not gonna. It's not EVs all the future. I'm not against EVs. I think I had a Tesla for a while. I had a Model 3 when it first came out, and to drive was a phenomenal car. The performance on it was just insane. But it's nah, it's not. It's not future, and the infrastructure is too expensive. There's too much. You've got to plan everything out, and it's just not. Yeah, it's not the way forward. EVs. No, there's going to be something else. Whether it's hydrogen, biofuel, or something will come out instead. But yeah, EVs is just to fill that little gap to keep the government happy until something else comes along.
so you're a mechanic and you deal with the EVs and stuff, and you were just talking about the different like fuel stuff. How do you feel? I know we're a big Formula One group and we love F1 a lot. What is your take on their new fuel system and their new fuel everything that they're doing this year?
To be honest, I'm a little bit out of touch on the F1 stuff. I love F1. I really, really enjoy F1. And I used to watch it religiously. I wouldn't miss a race. If me and Caleb had a race weekend, as soon as I got home, if there was an F1 race that weekend, I had to watch it before I spoke to anybody, before I found out the result. And I was really, really into it. But since last year, when he moved up to McLaren and things got a lot more serious for us, I kind of lost touch. So I don't fully know what is going on. I mean, I still watch, I read things online about it,
Mhm.
and I know a little bit, but not enough to make an opinion really.
Okay.
But
That's
I
fair.
am looking forward to the season starting, and I do love F1. It's just that Caleb's racing at the minute is more real to me, and which it would be.
100%.
But it takes up so much time. Is racing it huge amounts of time, and sort of Formula One has kind of died off. With my own work commitments, relationships, and things like that. It's got to take a back burner. Yeah. Whereas before I used to be fanatic, whereas now I'm hobbyist.
So who's your favorite driver?
Ah, you beat
Oh,
me,
that's
Sean.
what I was fixing to
Yeah,
ask.
yeah.
My favorite driver. Do you know what? I am really going at the minute. I would love to see Alonso do well.
Lewis Hamilton.
No, Lewis
You're Lewis
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Okay. Okay.
Definitely not Lewis Hamilton. No.
Lewis Hamilton for me.
I think he's adopted. I think. I would love to see Alonso do well. I don't know. Most of the drivers for me just, I don't know, there's not much character there anymore. There's not much. I don't know. They're also, how can I word it? They're just corporate. Do you know what I mean? There's no character of anybody anymore except for Alonso. Alonso, he's been a long time. For him, it doesn't matter if he's in it another year or not. So he'll say what he wants to
Right.
say. Do you know what I mean? And the days when Vettel was in, Vettel would say what he
Mhm.
wants to say, and I like that, where you see the human side of him rather than a corporate machine that you have to say this, you have to say that. And, can you imagine a Formula One person now sitting here having a Guinness? They wouldn't do it with their job.
Not a
No.
chance.
They wouldn't. And that's the thing, is it's just everybody's too worried about saying the wrong thing or
Yeah.
looking like you're doing the wrong thing. I get that there's limits, and we all have to be careful on certain things. I 100% get that, but we're all human at the end of the day. We all just want to enjoy life, and yeah, Formula One's got too too corporate. It's just it's just there's no personality there anymore.
I can agree with that. I mean, like we just did we're following Formula E as well this year for the first time, and I think the boys know where I'm going to go with this one. There's one driver out there that I just I love him cussing and him doing his thing and being himself, and his name's Dan Ticktum, and that boy is just, when you watch the racers off of Amazon Prime and everything, he just is himself and he doesn't give a shit, and that's just Dan. And I feel like it's not that way anymore with other racing. Like even like NASCAR over here has kind of gotten a little bit more corporate than what it used to be when I was growing up. So I kind of like the be yourself, tell it like it is. I mean, when you were telling the story about Caleb and going up to the steward and be like, yeah, well, I told him if he was going to hit me again, I was going to put him off. I mean, he's honest. He's being that. He's being truthful. He's being himself. That's how I feel about it.
Yeah.
It's I think if you drill it down too much and you make everybody yes man, it's you just take the life and soul out of it. So I mean, it's just I don't know. I don't know what the right way is, because we're sat here with no sponsors, so maybe we're doing it wrong. But I don't know. But I don't know. Just people want real life, don't they? People want. You look at on Netflix, Drive to Survive. I don't know if you guys get it in there, which is sort of the Formula One background. And people love that because you get so argy-bargy behind the scenes and all that, which you don't see on the phone. And Drive to Survive gets better figures than what the actual Formula One race does, and that kind of tells you something there, where people are a bit more, saying things that maybe they shouldn't. But yeah, we're just too worried about the whole corporate thing. And yeah, I don't know. Don't listen to my advice. I'm not going to advise you because, like I say, we got no sponsors.
Listen, I told my wife before we started this, because if you listen to yesterday's podcast, man, I was letting it fly, and I was like, I'm gonna hold it back a little bit, and I'm gonna keep my cussing to a minimum because I didn't want to ruin nothing for no one else. And I told her, I was like, I'll be nice, I'll keep it down, I'll keep my I won't cuss as much. But I mean, you gotta be who you are. And I mean, like you said, with Drive to Survive, like we're getting ready to sort of watch it. It comes out this upcoming Friday, and we're gonna do a 3-part series on it. And we love it because you get that behind the scenes and you get to see the drivers how they are, and they're not so pish posh and not themselves. And I enjoy that more than I do sitting there just watching a guy interview and be, oh yeah, the team did great. Well, why did you not pass your teammate, or what? The whole papaya rules this last year. So I miss the old rubbing and racing thing. I miss everybody being themselves. I mean, yeah, did you get fined if you fought in the pit lane? I get it, you did. Emotions are high, whatever. But it was more exciting back then, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
So, okay, Caleb, why Lewis?
Yeah, please tell us.
Well, why Lewis Hamilton?
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Why
but
Lewis?
his real titles pretty much explains it, doesn't it?
It's fun.
His real titles pretty much explains it. 7 times, like, well, no. Since I just saw that watching Formula One, I've always asked, oh, who's this driver or stuff like that. And he always said Lewis Hamilton. Once he said Lewis Hamilton, I supported Lewis Hamilton since he was always at the top. But you don't really see Sebastian Vettel really much, do you? But
No.
Lewis Hamilton is for me the most, so yeah.
I think they call that a glory hunter, I think.
No, I've been supporting him since 2008.
We call it a bandwagon. That's what we call it.
I'm a real fan. I'm telling you, I am.
Okay, Caleb. I've got to ask you this then. How did you feel about him going to Ferrari?
I don't know if it's a one choice. I don't know, but with what Ferrari's doing now, a bit of an advantage because with that DRS side of it, so they might do quite well this year. So
Right.
if Lewis does get his 8th time, well,
Mhm.
technically 9 times, which he might, I don't know, 'cause with that
That's
with
what
that
you're saying.
DRS side of it, that's a bit of an advantage. But Toto Wolff didn't even like. So yeah, it's quite interesting to see what this year goes. But yeah, just ignore that because he doesn't know what he's on about.
I'm gonna ignore the extra title you just gave Lewis because I'm a Max
Yeah,
Verstappen
me too.
fan. So
Yeah.
Oh my Lanta.
He's talking shit. He knows
Goodness.
what he's on about.
Come on, really?
You're good. You're good. That's just the Guinness talking. That's what that is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh my Lanta.
Mm.
All right. Well, who do you think the greatest of all time is then when it comes to Formula One? Both of you.
Well, Lewis Hamilton. Well, I don't know. Lewis and Michael Schumacher. Come on, let's be realistic.
Yeah.
And then there's people saying Ayrton Senna as well.
Yeah.
Senna,
But
yeah.
the times are wise, Lewis and Michael, because they're both on 7, aren't they? So bit of a draw type of thing. So yeah, I don't know how well Max Verstappen's gonna do, but let's push that name out of the way because I want Lewis Hamilton to go a bit up. But yeah, it
Listen,
just
I think
depends how it goes.
Max is going to be gonna leave Formula One after this season. That's my thoughts. So
Yeah.
he's just gonna go race the GT3s and call it a day.
We think you might be
Yeah,
racing
he's
beside
doing a
him.
lot of that. Yeah, like where you see like where he's not doing F1 race, he's doing GT3 like with that. Can't remember what car it was, Ferrari or something like that.
Ferrari.
The
Yeah,
296.
Mhm.
Yeah, where he won that one. So he's doing quite well in that, and he does a lot of sim racing to be honest. So he's very competitive. He's very into his racing. Whereas Lewis Hamilton says like simulator racing is not as realistic, so that's why he doesn't do so much simulator racing.
Right.
But I don't know if you saw that video where he says, he doesn't take simulator racing too serious.
Mhm.
It's not really a like realism to him. But whereas Max Verstappen, he's like racing at everything. But that's due to his dad, to be honest, because his dad's racing everything, isn't he? So yeah,
Yeah.
Actually, number one fan there.
no, definitely not.
So hold on. So would you choose, Timmy, I love this. Would you choose Max or Lando if you had to choose one?
Lando. I'm sorry, but
Oh, God.
if I'm a Lewis Hamilton fan, I'm obviously going to choose Lando. I'm not going to choose Max Verstappen because they're both biggest rivals. So it's a bit of an upset.
I love that because that just irritated the heck out of Tim.
God. See, listen. You're about to go into a Porsche now. You don't have to say that just because you were in a McLaren.
All right, you know what? Stop giving Caleb a hard time. Dad, tell us about who's your greatest of all time when it comes to F1 then.
Do you know what? I think it's really hard to give a great all time because the cars change. You imagine Senna now in today's cars.
Yeah.
Would he be any good? Who knows? Can you imagine taking Max Verstappen and putting him in a 1970s car? We just don't know, do we? You know, I think the cars evolve so much every so many years that sometimes they'll suit a certain driver, sometimes they won't. So I think it's impossible to give a greatest all time. It's just whoever is the greatest at that era is just, you know, somebody who is really good in the 1980s with the I think they were 1.5 turbos, 1,000 horsepower, you know. They might have been really good in that era, but from now with all the active aero and that sort of stuff, maybe not. And it's I don't think you can. I don't think you can say who's the greatest of all time. It's just
Lewis Hamilton.
yeah, it's just it's just different drivers for different eras. Is, you know, who's to say that, Lance Stroll may have been brilliant in the 70s, but should he be there now? I don't know.
No,
But,
God, no.
probably
No.
not.
Yeah.
He needs to let daddy
Needs
kick
to
him
ma-
off the team.
Yeah. He needs to
You're
go.
speaking my language now.
Right.
Yeah, we can't say too much. We might want to contact Aston Martin. So
You
I
might-
get it. I get
Hey.
it. You know,
Hey, maybe Caleb could go fill that seat.
just saying. Oh my goodness. So, do you guys have any other questions for Caleb or Ian?
Hey, when are some of your next races?
Sorry, guys. Sorry, I broke the CI. I gotta go myself now.
Oh my
an
man!
older
Look,
friend.
father like son over
Edit
there.
this bit out. Nope. Edit this bit out. I'll be right back.
Hey, Caleb, do you know when you might be racing back in America again?
November.
Yeah, November. Yeah.
November?
Okay. Are you going to be back in Virginia?
I got offered again for this
Oh.
year.
Sweet.
So yeah, it depends budget wise if I can do it. If I can do it, then definitely yeah, because it's another good opportunity. But I think that side of it is that I could do Aston Martin this time.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure which Aston Martin, the 2019 shape or the 2008 early shape. There was two Aston Martin that I do for the race. There was the Aston Martin V8, and then there's another Aston Martin V8, but it's the newest shape.
Mhm.
I can't remember the boy's name, but yeah, he's a pretty good driver. Yeah. So hopefully, if I do I get opportunity, I will take it definitely. I just love it in America, to be honest. It's just different. It's just different atmosphere, to be honest. It's so friendly. Like yeah, it's really different. I like it up there.
Well, cool. So, would you ever see yourself driving a, say, NASCAR?
If I get the opportunity, yes, because I would take it. Because I want to put it down to my career experience wise. Because if there comes to like a country in like, say, example, Italy, they say, "Oh, do you want to drive this car?" Then yeah, I will take it. I want to get more experience in my records, to be honest.
Gotcha. Now, yeah, go ahead, Tim. I feel like you got a question.
I was just going to ask him, like, how does the licensing work in like the GT4 and the different cups that you're in?
I'm useless for that type of talking.
It's basically you have Caleb races on a national license, which pretty much covers him for everything in the UK.
Okay.
Except for if you went Formula One, it wouldn't cover Formula One. Interestingly, so when we raced in the States, there was no license check or nothing. It was just they just took it for our word that he could race, and yeah, it was very strange. And I remember when we went to Virginia, the first day we were at the track, I was walking around everywhere, and I was like, "Where do we sign on?" And everybody's like, "What do you mean sign on?" I was like, "Well, where do we sign like paperwork to?" And they're like, "You don't. You just go out on the track." And I was like, "Really?" It's like, "You guys are so laid back." Whereas over here, everything is like health and safety. Everything is, you got to sign this, and you wave with us, and you got to do this, you got to do that. And like you guys over there, it was like, "Yeah, grab yourself a bud and get on out." It's just, it was great. Yeah, it was so, it was so laid back. It was, yeah, it was a different world, and yeah, I just loved being out in the States. I really enjoyed it, and I think you did as well, didn't you?
Yeah, you love the houses, don't you? The houses.
Yeah. I just loved the whole American.
Love the neighborhood and all, yeah.
Yeah, and everyone was so like, over here, like we go to racetrack, and Caleb is fairly well known over here, but you go to racetrack and nobody really knows who he is. Whereas in America, I mean, we were on the grid, weren't we, when he did the parade and all that, and the people were coming up and they knew who he was. And we're like blown away, like we're thousands of miles away from home, and people know exactly who Caleb is, and like it's like wow, like that's unreal. Yeah, it was. Oh, like I say, just the show that you guys put on, just for what is basically a small race, was just unreal. You know, it was really really good, and yeah, certainly from my point of view, I would love to be out in the States more, doing more out there. Definitely, yeah. It's I don't know, it's just a different atmosphere out there. It's really really good. Yeah.
Now, would you need a specific license to say have Caleb run Indy cars, or
I don't know on that. We've never looked that far ahead. I don't know. It's not something we've ever really thought about IndyCar. Now you say it, I'm very curious. I don't know. I'm not sure, but I would like to look into that now you mention it. Is that
yeah?
that
Because I
could
mean,
be
like, I know they're similar to F1,
Mhm.
but I don't know much about Indy. I just know that like Roman Grosjean went from F1 down to Indy, and same with who else was there, Tim? There
I'm
was
trying to
another
remember.
driver
There was
that
another one.
did F1, and then he went down to
Yeah, there's quite a few. I think
Yeah.
Fernando Alonso did it. I think
he did it,
Nigel
yeah.
Mansell did it. Yeah, there's quite a few. Yeah.
Mhm.
So if I'm honest, I don't know much about IndyCar, so I don't really know 100%.
Okay.
But I just, yeah, like I say, from my own personal view, I think the American series and the American enthusiasm is very different. You know, like the patriotism that you guys have got is just it's great. You know, I love that. Yeah, yeah. I think I think we'd be very very happy to come back out there and do a bit more.
Well, you hear it, you guys got to go to Virginia when he goes up there, okay?
Hey, yeah, if you end up coming, I will try to make the
Yeah, let us know.
biggest effort
Me
I
and
can to
Tim
be
will try
there.
to be there.
Yeah, and hey,
Yeah. So November for the race of remembrance, we are
Mhm.
pretty much definite we're doing that, and we would like to look at some other series as well and do, you know, Circuit of Americas we'd like to do, Sepang. Yeah, there's a few. Yeah, it'd be nice to do a bit more out in the States. Yeah, definitely.
Well, if you're on the
Do
West
you
Coast,
know
let me know.
what tracks are there? What's on the West Coast?
There's some good tracks over here too, but I don't know much about like I know NASCAR. There's a lot of tracks over here, but when it comes to the other stuff, I don't know much about that. I got really more into racing when I came back out to North Carolina.
Okay.
That's why you need to come back.
I know.
yeah, we're
Yeah,
trying to get.
we'll definitely be returned to the States. Definitely, yeah. At least once this year, at least. But
Sweet.
we would like it ideally to be 4 or 5 times this year. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Hey, Caleb, do you have any merchandise, T-shirts, or anything like that?
We got a hat.
Got a hat? Okay.
Which I thought of. It's not other stuff we got.
Yeah, we are working on doing some other things. Yeah.
It's just hat mainly we're selling off and autograph to sell
Yeah.
off as well. So yeah, that's all we got at the moment, but we're working on more.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys got anything else for them?
No.
Do you guys have anything for us?
Well,
Any questions?
how long you guys been doing this for? The podcast side.
So it's funny. So Tim and I would call each other after every race. It seemed like over the last couple of years, and we would have these conversations of just
Yeah, they just conveniently left me out all the time.
hush your mouth, old man. Hold on. So Tim and I would have these conversations like after every race, and we loved it. And then we started listening to podcasts, and it was hilarious that we just had the same conversations that these other podcasters had. And we're like, why not do our own? So to answer that question, we started it up, I want to say back in, it was just after I moved back to Nevada. I want to say it was September-ish.
I think so, yeah.
And
That's when
we started out, and we were gonna do a whole big podcast about like every sport that we know, like baseball, football, F1, dive into hockey, different things. And then I started reading more and listening to a lot of podcasts, and I realized that we needed to dive down and just choose one thing and really brand from there and work our way from there and start making connections and start doing like everything like the proper way instead of just making it huge. And like we have a show called the Pat McAfee Show. He used to be a punter for a football team, but he talks everything. And I thought that was just too big for us. And it all started with just talking about F1. And so that's what we dived it down into. And because it came to the off season after we rebranded and everything, we decided that we were going to jump into Formula E. And then we just started talking Formula E, and then we started talking to other drivers. And we actually had our first interview, about a month ago, guys?
Yeah.
With a drag racer. His name was Jordan Acosta. He just reached out and was like, "Hey, would you be interested in doing an interview?" And I was like, "Sure, I don't know nothing about drag racing." I was like, "So I guess we'll do it." And we did, and it was fun. And then right around that same time frame, I'd say, was when I connected with you and I started reading your book and started doing all that. And I was like, I really want to interview Caleb and his dad because this is such a big story. And I just felt so drawn to it because, like I said, working for the School for the Deaf and working around deaf kids, it hit me. It hit me inside. And it's kind of where everything's led. And we're still learning as we go. I mean, I've talked to other podcasters that stated that, like, there's Sarah on the Grid. I don't know if you've seen her or heard of her, but she started a year ago and she is huge. So it starts small and work our way up, I guess. I mean, but we fell in love with it.
So
It's
do
something
you guys all, you know each other from are you friends already or like what's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's funny. I'll tell the story real quick. I moved to North Carolina, 3-4 years ago, and I was living out there, and my kid is Tim's kid's age, and they were in the same class, and it just so happened that Michael was their pre-K teacher at the time. And so Michael was hanging out with Tim, and then Michael's like, "Hey," one day he was like, "Hey man, you want to just come and hang out at the bar with us?" And I was like, "Sure, I don't got any friends around here." I mean, yeah. And we just hit it off real quick, and it was just like we were drawn to each other, and it was just friendship at first sight, I guess you can say.
I used to do this
There's
thing.
there's another guy that's included too, but he's just got too much going on in his life, brand new baby girl, whatnot. So he's not really on here with us much and everything right now. But yeah, there's 4 of us.
What kind of got us going? What kind of got us going out was I used to do this thing where there was this little organization that I was a part of that would post and say, "Hey, we need somebody to go do a survey at this brewery." And I was like, "Okay, I'll go do it." And so basically what they would do is they would say, "Hey, you have to get like a flight of beer and you have to get 1 pint and then maybe some food items or whatever. And then we'll pay you this amount of money. And then you just got to answer these questions." And so what I would do is I'd call up Michael and I'm like, "Hey man, do you want to go drink some beer for free? It's on me, And he's like, "Yeah, let's go." And so then he was like, "Well, let's get Sean." So I was like, "All right." Well, so that we get Sean and then we get Aaron. And so basically like it would pay for all of us to just drink some beers, have a good time and hang out. And then I do the survey and everything. So yeah, that's kind of where the pour came in from Pitlane Pour. We all like beer. We all actually went in together and we've brewed beer together. So it's just like our little hobby. And then we all love motorsports. So that's the Pitlane Pour story.
Hey, for the next podcast, you'll have to send some brew over and we'll drink it together.
All right.
Well,
We'll try
hey,
to
we're
do
in.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but we got to send the Guinness over though.
No, they go give us that.
Oh, have they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. Next
Listen,
one.
I almost went and got me some Guinness, okay? I almost did. After you said that your dad was
Yeah,
getting
we
Guinness,
all
I
talked
almost...
about it last night.
Yeah.
did.
We
Hey,
all talked about it last night, and we didn't do it.
Caleb, I shared a screenshot of where I messaged you, and you said your dad was getting the Guinness ready with the guys right here, and yeah, we had thought about doing that. Everybody having Guinness, so
I don't got no fancy Guinness cup, and I would have never known to hit it right at the in the split the G. I
Yeah,
wouldn't know
yeah,
that.
you always will now.
Yeah.
Split the G. In fact, listen, we'll get Caleb to do it one last time now.
Yeah.
Do anymore.
Let's see, double or nothing, Caleb. Double or
Come
nothing.
on, Caleb,
Yeah,
you
make
got
sure one of
this.
Hey,
Hey, I will say next time we have you guys on here, we're all gonna drink Guinness.
right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
hey, Caleb,
We're
if
not
you don't
sponsored by
hit,
Guinness, right?
hey, Caleb, if you don't hit the G, then you got to pull for Max Verstappen.
Oh, don't take the bet.
You go get
Don't
a
do it.
tattoo. Max Verstappen's
Yeah,
number one fan.
Get a number 3.
Oh, the pressure's on now.
Oh man.
Now you got to settle, man. You got to wait for settle.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
That's a great thing.
definitely.
So like I'm assuming it's the same over there that it is here. Only certain places can actually serve Guinness on draft. They'll actually send people to classes to make sure they pour it correctly so it has the exact amount of head and everything it's supposed to have.
Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, like I've messed that up. But
It's fine.
yeah, I don't know. I go to a bar and I order a Guinness and they pour it and then they wait and I say, "Oh, just pour it. I don't care." Just to me, I'm not that into it. But other people are really, really like, "Oh, it's got to be right. It's got to be like,
Yeah.
left to stand for this long." It's like, it ain't gonna taste no different, is it? It's just pour it.
Yeah.
I'm busy. I can't wait.
Right.
But this is gonna throw him off because the head is a little bit different. So this will
Okay,
challenge.
good. That's good.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Come on,
I
Caleb,
think
you
his
got
head
it.
is 2 gulps.
2 gulps. Okay.
2 gulps. Hey.
That's a trick. That's a trick right there.
Ah, no. He's under.
Oh.
Bit too low.
You're
Don't
playing
worry,
it
Too
too
low.
low.
Okay. I see it.
We'll blame it on your dad. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, he did say he messed that one up. So
I got you, Caleb. So my one last question I really do have for you guys is, because it was a big thing in the book a lot, is Chocolate Bunny still alive?
Wow, I still got the collection of Chocolate Bunny, to be honest. I got 3 collections. The first one was originally from my Uncle Nick.
Yeah, he's lost that one. The original.
Yeah, I lost that one. But then my dad got me one from Birmingham,
Manchester way.
Manchester, which you saw in the book, BMW 540i, going speeding through Manchester to get the Chocolate Bunny, and I overpaid, but to keep me happy, he got the Chocolate Bunny, and then add that one, and then the other one I can't remember. My mum got me it from Tesco's, I think. Still shopping, Pontypool, and got it, by my dog. So the ear went like disappearing, the eye's gone. So my nan tried to recreate it back, tried to get back to what it used to be. But then my mum bought me a new one. But then the original one that my dad got me from Manchester is still there. I got 3 chocolate bunnies, like my little collection. I just love them. It's just what I grew up with. Like
Yeah.
to nowadays, like when I was younger, I used to sleep with it, but not now because it's on the side of my bed. But
hey,
yeah,
there
it's
you go.
just,
You could do some merchandise with the Chocolate Bunny.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bit of
Make a
race
race
one.
version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting actually because talking about Chocolate Bunny, because even before we knew Caleb was deaf, like he already. Now we look back at it, you can see it, but he already sort of kind of developed his own sign language. So we were first time parents, so we didn't know what age children spoke and stuff like that. So we didn't know. In hindsight, now I've had other children, I can see that it was delayed. The speech was delayed. But I remember even coming to bedtime when you get tired, and he would do that he wanted his dummy, and he'd point his hand to Top Money because he always held the Top Money, and he'd point his hand. And it's interesting. Yeah, I don't know why I just thought that now, but we knew what I meant. He wanted to step up the bunny because he was tired, and that was even before we knew he was deaf. He's already sort of did his sign thing that he wanted to step up bunny. And yeah, sorry, I suddenly thought of that then. But,
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just it's funny thinking back. Yeah, things like that. Yeah.
Oh man. Well, is that it, boys? Are you good?
I think that was
Yeah,
it.
man, that was great.
I enjoyed
I
this.
just noticed
This
now,
was
Michael.
fun.
Is it still? Is that your window there, Michael? On your side? Is it daylight?
This is a TV right
The
here.
other way.
On
The
the
other
other
way,
This
you
is a
big
window
dummy.
right here.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah.
That's a window. Oh, my camera moved. And then there's a
it's
shower on
it's-
the other side. Just
it's
didn't know
like
it
it.
yet.
The shower. That's where.
Yeah.
Well, boys,
It doesn't
It was-
even
it
want
was-
a
Hey, I
window.
really appreciate you guys like coming on and talking to us and everything. We'll definitely have you on here again at some point.
Yeah, absolute
Yeah,
pleasure.
definitely. Yeah. We've. I tell you what, this is our first podcast. Really.
Yeah, and I've really enjoyed it. I gotta be
Yeah,
honest, I really
nice.
enjoyed it.
We've done hundreds and hundreds of interviews, and it's always quite serious. This is so laid back, so chilled, and I'd love to have an interview when I have a beer, but like I say, you got to feed the corporate machine, and you can't do it. But yeah, it's just so different. There, so
Yeah, it's a lot different. It's our first time doing that.
well,
Yeah.
It's funny, really,
it's
'cause
funny. Go ahead.
yeah, I was gonna say because we've been toying with the idea over the last couple of months of doing our own podcast, and me and Caleb just chatting shit basically, and like what we don't want is we don't want a podcast, and this is exactly like this was great. It's not all about you see so many podcasts with racing drivers and it's like strategies and 2 tenths quicker and this and that. It's just more to it than that, and you're just more laid back, and that's like exactly what you want to do. And we'd still be great just to have podcasts where it's just me and him just chatting crap, and even getting followers to send questions in that they want me to ask Caleb or Caleb to ask me, and and not racing related. Yeah, we want a bit of racing because that's his job. He's a racing driver, but or just anything. How does he make his hair look so good and that sort of thing. It's just completely random stuff. Just anything,
Yeah.
really. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. So when I messaged Caleb and Dave the other day, and we set this whole thing up, like I remember it in the book that there was a section where I think you guys were working with like some PR, and like in the book you said that Caleb got a little nervous and that like somebody had to give him like basic questions to go through. So I was like, okay. And then Dave comes back and Dave's like, can we just make this chill and fun? I'm like, yes. I'm like, oh my God, yes. I'm like, that would be amazing. Like just bullshit and have fun and drink some beers and just get to know you guys, and you guys get to know us, and we ask some questions and call it a day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's I think with racing and motorsport, it's too. Yeah, but then it's all sponsor driven, in it. So it's going to be serious, and it's going to be toe the line, and this is the guidelines. You got to do this, you got to do that, but you got to have fun, haven't you? So I mean, and this is perfect. Yeah, it's really good.
Great.
Oh, hey, Sean. You can send them one of them magnets. He can put it on his car.
Yeah,
Pitlane Pour magnet.
that's up to him. Listen, these boys. So we've actually made our first merchandise as well. We made our
What is
first
that?
ones
Can't see.
too.
Ah, cool. Yeah.
So, and then I also learned recently too, like just kind of diving, is that you could put like your own, like take something like that and put it on the billboards that are out, like the electronic billboards, and it's like decently priced.
Yeah, and even like gas pump
Right.
TV.
Yeah, like the gas pumps, like on the little TVs on the gas pumps too. Like,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah,
you
yeah.
can put on that too. It's crazy the way you can market stuff and how things go. It's nuts. And I mean, like I said, we've been just diving into it for the past since what, September? And
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been so much fun, and it's just something at least I'm super passionate about. And I mean, I just get to get on here and bullshit with my two brothers, and it's kind of our way of getting to
Yeah,
see
yeah.
each other still, even though we're not together anymore.
Yeah.
And we all know that Tim loves Lando.
No. Slice.
Loves
Hey,
Lando.
the only McLaren driver I like is Caleb. And then he's switching to
There we go.
Porsche, which is, hey, I pull for Porsche in the Formula E, so it works
Oh,
out
my
great. But hey,
But
guys,
if you guys want to do a podcast yourself, you want to pick my brain, you have my contacts. Like, I don't mind at all.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
it's
absolutely. Yeah. We love to stay in touch, and
oh, of course.
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. Like I said, we really enjoyed this. Yeah, like
This is fun,
as
man.
often as you want to do it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you again. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
So, cheers.
Yeah. Cheers.
And then I'm going to hit that music right
Cheers.
now.
Clocks tick fast, but we're standing still. Adrenaline rush is the only thrill. Beneath the lights, we live for more. This is our home at Pitlane Pour. Welcome to Pitlane Pour.